So we talked about that a little bit. What our clients have is they've reached a point in their lives where it's a big special event. So they're having a birthday party, they're celebrating, it's their bridal shower. Their son or daughter are graduating from high school or college. It's a 100th birthday party, retirement party, baby shower, bridal shower. The need is that the client that you have needs help executing this celebration, and they've reached a crossroads in their life. People come to caterers just like they come to florists and other special event coordinators. They come to them during crossroads in their lives, very important things to them. And so the need here is that your client needs you to help them execute something. And you're going to have to identify what that need is. And a lot of this identification of what the need is gets done for you using the Thumbtack Pro application, which I teach you how to do in this course. Once you identify the need of your client, you also want to make sure that this potential client is a qualified lead. So we talked about pricing your menu for profit, and we spent quite a bit of time talking about pricing your menu for profit. You're going to need to know before you start getting deeper into the sales process whether or not this client is somebody that you can work with. Do they want a service that you can offer? If they, like I use a sushi again, if they want sushi, then they're not qualified to cater from you because you can't make sushi. If they want to pay less than $10 per person for catering, then they can't come to you for catering because you're not going to get out of bed in the morning for $10 a person. Is it enough people for you to make the money that you want to make? If you don't have enough people in the event, then they're not qualified. They're not. What I mean by qualify a lead is that when you get a lead, especially through the Thumbtack application, you're looking at how many people it is, what their projected budget might be, what kind of food they want, when they want the food. So what you're doing is qualifying them for your service. And if they don't qualify for your service, then, next, you move on. Don't waste your time with someone who isn't qualified, because you're just going to, for one, you're going to emotionally beat yourself up because you can't close a sale with them. And two, you're not going to make out as well as you wanted to, or at all, if you're providing services that you really can't accomplish efficiently and successfully. The next process is to interview your clients or prospects and to build rapport with them. So you see, build rapport is I would say it's like a jargon that they use in sales, but what you're doing here is that what you're doing when you're building rapport with a potential prospect is you're having a conversation with them about what their experience is with prior caterers. You're finding out what's going on in their life that had led them to wanting to find a caterer. You're getting familiar with what their expectations are of a caterer, and you're also trying to nail down and highlight why the person can't do it themselves and why they're hiring a professional caterer. So the building rapport part is you're building a picture of, you're building a more detailed picture of the first two items here in the sales process. Identifying a need and qualifying a lead, and you are trying to identify their desired situation or their desired result. So that's what you're doing when you're building rapport. So the first thing you're going to do is identify their current situation. Hey, I have 80 people coming to my house for a holiday party. My family's flying in from all over the world. I don't know how to feed them, but I really want to give them something great. Can you help me? And more or less words is what your client is telling you that they need from you. And this is a pain point for them because it's a very important situation. They wanna be able to give everyone that's coming over to their home for this party a great experience. And they also want to portray themselves of having some sort of status as well, because all their close family, friends, and relatives are coming. And they know that they can't feed 80 people on their own. They have no clue where to start with that, but you do. So this is a pain point, and we use the pain points to drive a sale further, especially when you have an inexperienced client. So what I mean by inexperienced is one that hasn't ordered catering ever before in the past. And you may run into a lot of those types of people when you're starting out here, especially through the Thumbtack Pro sales process that I teach you. But it's important to identify these pain points because you could use them as a driver for them to get to their desired situation. And that's the next step in the sales process, is where we identify our desired situation. The desired situation is that 80 of their closest friends and family leave the party for the holiday and they talk about it for the rest of the year. They're all well fed. The host didn't have to do any work, and they feel really good about the investment they made in you and your service. And they didn't have to clean up after. So it was really a no hassle process for them. And they're happy with the investment that they made. Now, this situation about the holiday party that I've been talking about for the past 3 steps here, it's just an example. Obviously, you can take that, extrapolate it, and apply it to any other type of situation where you would cater an event. And you know what those situations are because you completed the client avatar worksheet. So you put yourself in the client's shoes. And so why that worksheet's so important is that you can look at yourself and what you know about people, and you can put yourself in your client's shoes, before you jump in and get on the phone with them. So you can kind of understand where they're coming from, or you at least have made an effort to understand where they're coming from. Not that they just, they have money and they want you to give them food. Like, you really want to understand the emotional driver behind this as well. It'll make your service a lot better, and it'll make your hospitality efforts feel a lot better. And we're going to talk a lot about hospitality in the next section of this course. But we're not going to talk about that now. We're going to complete our sales process here, because by the end of this section, you're going to be fully equipped with every single thing that you need to book a high-paying client. One of the final steps in the sales process, after identifying the current situation, their pain point, and then identifying their desired situation, what you want to do within your conversations with your client is wedge yourself in between their desired situation and their current situation. You want to become the solution to their problem. You want to be the perfect fit for their event or their point in their life. And the only way that you can wedge yourself in between their current situation and their desired situation is talking to them, building rapport. So we're heading backwards here on the sales process. You have to build rapport with them. You have to understand where they are now, where they want to be. They need to get familiar with you and your service. And then once you actually go in and you're trying to get a deposit on this event, what you're able to tell them, what you're able to offer them is modeled directly off what they had told you already of their current situation, their desired situation. And you're going to tell them, well, this is a great service. What I think the menu that I have here would be absolutely perfect for the group that you have coming in. I'll be able to do this, this, and this, and this. You need to wedge yourself in between their current situation and desired situation and become the solution to their problem. And then asking them for a premium price and a deposit upfront becomes much easier because you've already created the aura that you're a professional and you're the perfect solution to their problem. So wedging yourself in